It's time for the Trent Benningfield Show. Find out what's going on inside Tell City Baseball straight from the coach. Exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
And welcome to this week's Trent Benningfield Show. And Coach, last week you played Southridge, Springs Valley, Mount Vernon, and Wood Memorial. Why don't you recap all those games for us?
Yeah, so Southridge, we played Southridge on Tuesday at their place, and it's another beautiful field that we get to play on, and that's the first place team in the conference. And I thought we had a chance to beat them. Aiden Farron pitched for us the first 5 innings, and I thought he did a really, really good job. They ended up beating us 4-0, and we had runners in scoring position. I know the first 3 innings and once or twice after that, and I thought we really had a chance to win the game. But our bats, we really didn't have any timely hits, and we took a couple bad at bats in the middle innings that kind of cost us. But I thought defensively and pitching wise, we definitely gave ourselves a chance to win. I know some people came up to me and said, "Yeah, it's nice to see that you played them pretty close. That's one of the top teams in the conference." And yeah, it is nice to see us play them close, but playing teams close isn't good enough whenever you're this late in the season. You got to find ways to win games, and we couldn't do that Tuesday night. Wednesday night we played at Springs Valley, and that was a pretty disappointing loss for us. I think the final score was 9-5, and we hopped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning, and then we didn't score again till the 6th or the 7th. We ended up putting up 3 in the last inning, but we once again, I thought we pitched well enough to win, but defensively, I think we made 5 errors, and we didn't consistently put good at bats together. We weren't doing things that we were being asked that us coaches were asking them to do, and we got back Wednesday night from that game, and we set them all down. I had about a 45-minute to an hour conversation just about expectations, things that we can control as far as effort and attitude and things like that. And I think that was very, very beneficial for us because we came out Thursday against Mount Vernon and we beat them in extra innings 3-2, and they did the boys did everything that we asked them to do, sprinting in and off, just little things that you don't think make a huge difference in the game, but they do. And when you do a bunch of them collectively, staying locked in the game and just having energy from the get-go, it makes a huge difference. And I fully believe that if we would have played like that on Tuesday and Wednesday the way we did on Thursday night, that we would have been 4-0 last week. But that's baseball, and that's what happens when you're coaching young men and even adults. You're not always going to get their best every single day. And but anyway, back to the game. So Thursday against Mount Vernon, it was an awesome game. Talon Jennings threw seven innings, gave up 0 earned runs, and gave us a chance to win. We brought in Alex Diff in the 8th, and he shut them down in the 8th, and we were fortunate enough to win the game in the bottom of the 8th. Our leadoff batter got on with a base hit, stole second. We bunted him to third, and then Drew Kirtley who was our DH that night, ended up getting the game-winning hit. So it was nice to see us get to storm the field and have a little bit of excitement. And then Friday we played Wood Memorial, and I know they're pretty young this year, but our boys came out and did exactly what they did. Once again, they followed through with all of our expectations that we were asking, and we came out and took care of business. I think the final score ended up being 18-0, and that was the best team performance I think we've had this year. This year for sure. We had 18 hits and only 2 or 3 strikeouts. So it was nice to see that improvement after Tuesday and Wednesday's rough losses, and now we won 2 in a row, and we're looking this week to hopefully keep that streak going.
And you're listening to the Trent Benningfield Show. We'll be right back after this message for our sponsors. You're listening to the South Visiting Sports Network, powered by Million Brosmer Communications.
At MAD, we believe in zero. 0 fathers who aren't there for bedtime. 0 mothers who miss the first day of school. 0 children who never come home. We believe in 0 victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to 0. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in 0.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show, and we're joined by the Tell City Marksman Middle School track coach, Greg Holland, and also the basketball coach, if you don't know that, if you live under a rock. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm excited to be here. How you doing?
Good, Greg. How did you become the coach of the middle school track team?
Well, I started coaching. It was my first year teaching here, so I moved back in 2016, and after graduating in Indiana State, came back, coached 8th grade basketball for Coach Lynch when he was coaching here, and long story short, I don't think they could find a coach, and my brother was helping out for a while, and I said, "You still need a coach?" He said, "Yep," and so that's kind of how I fell into that, and I've done it the past 6-7 years. And yeah, I've been doing it since. I ran a little bit in high school, but not much, but I've grown to really like it, and it's always just fun working with kids that age.
And, we're getting late into May. Is the track season still going on?
We just finished, actually Saturday we just finished. We had our conference meet over here at Tell City with PAC. Long day, but a really good day for us. I'm the boys coach here. We ended up winning the conference meet. It was our 3rd conference title in the 6 years that I've coached, and really had a really great day. It was awesome. We won. I think we won by 38 points. That was over the second place team, Gibson Southern, and just a great day. Kids ran awesome. We've got a really talented group of 8th graders, really talented group of 7th graders as well. So the pipeline for the high school track team's looking really well.
And speaking of pipeline, who are some of those kids we'll be hearing about in the future?
Yeah, one of our big stud, I mean, if you went to the meet, you saw him, was Ben Fortwindle. Set the conference record and school record in the 300 hurdles, won the 100-meter hurdles by almost a full second over the second-place guy, who actually was another one of our guys, Talon Dawson, the 7th grader, really talented. I got a great thrower in Jevin Jaggers, who's going to help out Zach at the high school level next year, I think. We've got Bishop Wilson, another good sprinter, Xavier Shoto, another good sprinter, a bunch of really talented 7th graders who, Zayden Trivia, same deal. He ran a 2:14 800, which is our school record, 7th grade, by about 9 seconds. And Nate Holland, and actually my nephew, another talented distance runner, he got 4th place in the mile. Just a really, really good 7th grade group, really good 8th grade group. And I know Zach's excited. I can speak for him when he's excited, but we're just as excited to coach those kids in middle school.
Now, take off your track hat for a minute and put your basketball hat on.
Oh, yeah.
What are some of the plans for the off season for the marksmen?
Excited. We're going to get started here pretty soon with grades 6 through up, all the way up to high school. High school-wise, we've got a few games lined out, home and away series with some other teams, some teams we don't normally play. Easton Green got together with Lanesville. We're going to play them. We're going to play with Cloverport. And we just got some really neat, exciting games, teams we don't normally play. And I was kind of overplaying some of the teams that we play. We play South Spencer every year. We play Crawford County twice. It always seems like every year. Perry, we play them maybe twice every year between sectional and holiday tourney. So we got some cool stuff with that. All comes together for the Dan Sparks camp over in Terre Haute on the last weekend of June. We're going to play about 10 games over 3 days with our kids, JV and varsity. And it's going to be such a great month. I told the kids I'm super excited for it because a team like us that's young and we're trying to put the work in, and the fact that we have all these opportunities to do that all in 1 month, and it's a really nice, friendly schedule. We've got a lot of 3-day weekends in there as well, so it's not bogging them down too much. But they're excited to put in the work. And then we've got some middle school games we're doing kind of a similar thing with as well. So it's a busy June. I'm there 5 days a week, probably 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., but it's all basketball and it's all fun. And,
our basketball coaches shows last year, doing the Litherland and you and Hawkins and, and et cetera. I mean, all of you have young teams.
Oh, yeah, extremely young. Seems like every year it's one of us. We were a little bit younger than most. I was actually talking to a few guys how, they thought, I think a lot of our incoming freshmen are going to play JV. And for us, we're kind of in a unique opportunity where those guys can get another year. A lot of our freshmen get another year of JV. So we're hoping that really, really kind of gets us back on track. But it is kind of exciting how every school around us is young. And that should lead to some really exciting basketball over the next 2 years. And just some fun opportunities for all of us coaches here to kind of mold teams how we want them to be and see how successful each of us can be.
Well, Coach, good luck and work them hard this off season, and we look forward to having the Greg Hollenden Show on next winter.
Yeah, I do too as well. Thanks for having me on.
You were listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the South Indiana Sports Network, powered by Million Bowspring Communications. We're back right after the messages for our sponsors.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to the Trent Benningfield Show. And I'll tell you what, Coach, I think your athletic director likes to keep you guys busy. You know, Greg, with going from basketball to track, you had football and baseball. I think that they like to keep you guys busy.
Yeah, it's that's one of the things about teaching at a smaller school is, especially teaching anyway in general, there's not a lot of male teachers, and then when you're at a smaller school, there's even less teachers. So you are, I guess you're asked to do a little bit more, and we're happy to do that. So it's very rewarding, but also at the same time it keeps you busy, makes the year go by a little bit quicker. But I enjoy doing both, and I know Coach Honden really enjoys doing both as well.
And this week you're going to have yet another busy week. You had a rain out last night against Boonville. You're going to make it up Wednesday. What all do you have coming up this week for the Marksmen?
So this week we play Pike Central tonight, conference game. We have 3 conference games this week, 1 non-conference. So tonight's Pike Central. They are coming to our place, thankfully. I know that drive's kind of tough, but we play them tonight at 5:30, and we're looking to, like I said in the first segment, we're looking to keep our win streak going a little bit and come out, keep the bats hot, and do those things that we've been asking as far as expectations go and things like that. I know that they haven't won a conference game yet, but they have this Syracuse kid who shut us down for 6 2/3 innings last year, and he's a very good baseball player. He last year in the game, I think they were beating us 10-1 going in the last inning, and he hit his pitch limit, and they had to take him out. We came back and ended up winning the game 13-10 or 13-11, whatever it was. But I know they're going to be coming out for some revenge, and we've got to make sure that we come out ready to play because I'm almost positive that they'll pitch him again this year. He's been throwing most of their Tuesday games, and he's a very tough task. But if we can elevate pitch count, get some hard balls in play, hopefully get him out of the game early, then it'll give us a lot better shot to win. But we just got to keep stringing good ABs together, fight, get 2 strikes, foul them off until we either get walked or we get a pitch that we like and we can put it in play. So main thing tonight is just elevate pitch count and have a good approach to the plate. And then tomorrow we have that make-up Boonville game, hopefully. We've already had to make it up twice, but hopefully we get to see Coach Barnes tomorrow night. I know his guys will be ready. And that's another tough team. They've been playing very well lately. I saw the Reinhardt kid on their team was one of the top players in the area last week. He had a couple, 2 or 3 good games. And then obviously I talked last week about the Sharp kid. I know he's another good athlete for him, and I think we'll see Fuller on the bump, and he's another solid arm. So we've once again gotta keep stringing together good at bats, make plays defensively, and limit free bases if we want to have a chance to beat Boonville. And then Thursday we go to Gibson Southern. It's a tough drive, but go to Gibson for our third straight conference game, and they're another tough team. One of their assistant coaches, I know we talk a lot about coaches from Oakland City being in the area. One of their assistant coaches I played with at Oakland City as well, and he does a really good job. He's their pitching coach. He does a really good job, and I think that here in the next few years he'll probably end up being the head baseball coach at Gibson, and they couldn't pick a better guy if they do decide to go that way. But that's once again another solid team. When you got that many athletes, you're going to have good baseball players, and you're going to have a lot of competition within your program. And I think that's what helps them breed some of their success. And then Saturday we play Evansville Christian, newer school, and I know they've got a couple pretty good baseball players between the Dunham kid and a couple others. So hopefully we come out ready to play this week, keep doing what's being asked, and that will be. I know earlier in the year we talked about hitting where we weren't so worried about wins and losses. We were worried about hitting our stride come mid-May. Well, here we are mid-May, so it's time to start hitting our stride and start turning some of these close losses into wins and get some momentum going, start building some confidence up before we head into the tournament.
I know we're a couple weeks from the tournament, but what do you do anything different, or is it you just keep playing?
Yeah, we do some things different as far as practice structure goes, things like that. Early on in the year, we do a lot more individual drills, just to kind of get them back doing things right, getting the mechanics right. And as the season goes on, we still do them occasionally, but we get into more team stuff. Make sure we know where we're fine tuning our bunt coverages, fine tuning our PFPs. We're getting a lot of swings in. We're trying to see more velocity during practice because we know if we want to advance in the tournament that we're gonna see some good arms, and we want to be prepared for everything. We are practicing our squeeze and just a lot of different situations. And we also like to turn on our music real loud. We pump in some crowd noise to try to get the kids used to playing with some crowd noise. And then once school gets out, we have the luxury of being out of school usually a couple of days before sectional. Not necessarily this year, but once school gets out, we like to practice later at night. Turn the lights on, and because if you get that second game, that 7:30 start, 8 o'clock start, you don't have very many of those during the regular season. So we like to do that, practice a little later, and get under the lights, hit some fly balls, get used to, instead of blocking the sun, you're blocking the lights out of the way, or whatever it is, just getting used to that background and getting acclimated to it. So that's about as far as we do as far as changing practice up. Not a whole lot. We don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Well, Coach, good luck this week, and go Marks.
All right, thank you.
You've been listening to the Trent Benningfield Show on the South Louisiana Sports Network, powered by Milling Brosper Communications. We'll see you next week.